guys, welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we'll be discussing a few superstars that we usually don't hear much from, and that's John Cena and Edge. Let's see what they're up to and what's going on with them. John Cena's last WWE appearance was at the Firefly Funhouse at WrestleMania 36. John Cena returned for the WrestleMania season this year for what was supposed to be a big match with The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, in front of 80,000 plus fans. Unfortunately, that didn't get to happen. The lockdown caused WWE to be more creative than ever and find a way to have this match still go on. This led us to the Firefly Funhouse match. The Firefly Funhouse match wasn't well received by fans because it wasn't an actual match and no actual fighting took place at all. It was more of a trip down memory lane and a flashback sort of segment. I appreciated the match for what it was. Obviously, it wasn't a 5-star wrestling match, but it was unique, something we never saw before, and it had a lot of story and meaning behind it. Bray Wyatt had the home field advantage for this entire match, and it was messing with John Cena's head the entire time. We took a look back at John Cena's entire WWE career. They recreated Cena's big debut moment against Kurt Angle. They showcased the era in his career where he was a rapper. They teased what it would have been like if he had a big heel turning moment. It really showed us a lot of things. Then on the flip side for Bray Wyatt, we saw the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, make a return to get revenge on John Cena for the result of WrestleMania 30. John Cena defeated Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30, putting an end to his momentum at the time. So Bray's mission here was to get revenge and show everyone that he should have won that match from 6 years ago. So The Fiend appears, lays out John Cena, and wins the match. John Cena visually disappeared during the match, and then he literally disappeared from the WWE. A lot of fans understood the WrestleMania match as a unique retirement match. We saw Undertaker retire in the Boneyard match, and everyone assumed John Cena retired in the Firefly Funhouse match. The way the match was set up to literally go through John Cena's entire career, from start to finish, made fans think that maybe that was his way of saying goodbye. John Cena even played up to the rumor on Instagram after WrestleMania, and truly made it sound like he'll never wrestle again. Well, fast forward a few months after those comments by Cena, and it seems like he actually isn't done yet. John Cena recently was a guest on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The topic of wrestling was brought up into the conversation, and John Cena confirmed his return and talked about how he was still reaching out to his fans. John Cena had this to say: "I have a very young audience in WWE, a lot of kids and families, and as my in-ring career with WWE is not as active, although not over, I wanted to continue to send messages to those young viewers." So that definitely is some big news and confirmation from Cena himself. I couldn't really see John Cena going out like that from the Firefly Funhouse match. That's not sort of an exit anybody really has in mind for John Cena. John Cena's farewell match just feels like it should be in front of a huge WrestleMania crowd. But considering where the world is and how busy John Cena is, well, it seems like it's nearly impossible. John Cena is 43 years old, and his acting career has been really skyrocketing lately. He's been in commercials, he's in Fast and the Furious, and he'll be appearing in DC's cinematic universe. And he's even getting his own HBO show about his DC supervillain character. So as you can see, it's very hard to keep up with a schedule like that, and it just makes you wonder, when will he ever have free time to return to WWE? That's a good question. No one really knows how and when his schedule will free up a bit. But at least it's confirmed by John Cena himself that he's not done and will be returning to WWE. Who do you think John Cena should take on next when he actually does return? This is a very unfortunate update and some bad news from Edge. Edge has returned to WWE after being gone for 9 years, and being told that he'll never wrestle again is one of those truly special moments in WWE history. We heard the rumors leading up to Royal Rumble. It was just so hard to believe, but it was true. Edge returned to the WWE during the Royal Rumble match, and everyone was in disbelief. We didn't get to see Edge do much at all, though, because he only had one opponent for his entire return run, and that opponent was Randy Orton. It was a great story that went all the way until WWE Backlash. WWE had Edge vs. Randy Orton in what they labeled as the greatest wrestling match ever. They were so obsessed with making this match picture perfect and living up to the hype that they even reshot certain spots and moments in the match several times. That was great and all, but that's unfortunately one of the things that got Edge injured. Edge was reportedly fine during the first take of the spot, but when they did the spot again for the camera, reports claim that's when he was hurt. Edge tore his triceps during that match and was done after that. His injury was serious, and early reports said that he'll probably be back in time for next year's WrestleMania. After Edge went down, reports claim that Edge vs. Randy Orton was already one of WWE's possibilities to main event WrestleMania 37, but it's now being rumored that WWE is no longer looking at that match to be the main event. So Edge was taken out of action, and Randy Orton was given this great storyline of taking out legends. WWE even used Edge's injury in Randy's storyline, just to show how vicious he was, and that actually works. When Randy comes out and says he put Edge on the shelf, those words have impact because of Edge's legitimate injury. The timetable for a return was always a bit foggy for Edge, but he recently gave a detailed update while speaking with Busted Open Radio. Edge had this unfortunate news to share. I mean, I don't know. It's a learning process because I'm going to be 47 next month, so I didn't know how I heal from injuries, surgeries, and things like that. It's a slow process, I'm not gonna lie. The triceps is a different thing. I got back from an Achilles in 6 months, but I was 35 doing that. So at 10 plus years, I don't know. It's a different thing. You don't realize how much your triceps is involved in almost everything you do in terms of arm movement. So I don't know yet. I know it's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be because I just have this mentality of, right, no big deal, surgery, PT, and we grind through it. We break down the scar tissue and off we go. So I don't know if it's the surgery itself or if it's I'm a little older. I don't know what it is, but it's not as fast as I would have liked. So definitely not what fans want to hear at all. I don't think it's one of those things where Edge is swerving us so that he can return sooner than expected. I think Edge is being fully honest here, and it's very unfortunate. Like Edge said, he doesn't know if the injury is that serious or if it's just age-related, but the process is taking much longer than he anticipated. So Edge's update makes you really wonder if he would even be ready for WrestleMania 37. Everyone wants to see Edge back as soon as possible. Just look at Clash of Champions. WWE was having all the legends that Randy Orton injured over the last few months all come back to get their revenge on him. How amazing would it have been for Edge to be that big surprise at the end, for him to top off all the returns and get his payback on Randy Orton? That's what I was thinking when I was watching the match. We had all of Randy Orton's victims coming back to get their revenge, and I was thinking how cool it would have been to see Edge make this huge, unexpected return in a moment like that. But telling by Edge's comments, he has no clue when he'll actually be ready to return. But on the other hand, I'm glad he didn't give an exact date because you do want to keep that surprise element alive. We want to be surprised when he returns again and not know the exact date of his return beforehand, so at least we still have that going. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.